couldn't make a get on the end of it. And what a great finish it is. Perfect volley, isn't it? Right so well. What an excellent finish.
Hello again guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Allied for Set Play Gaming. This is the FIFA 23 West Brom career mode. It is the Road to Glory with Aidy Boothroyd, Season 4, Episode 97. We are almost at the end of the season, and I feel it's important to take a look at the Championship standings with 4 or 5 games left to go to see what's at stake. As you can see, Bournemouth, runaway league leaders, probably will win the title. We are second. We have a 6-point lead over Burnley. That can be evaporated very quickly with 1 or 2 bad results. So we need to keep our form. As we drop into the mid-table positions, you can see Sheffield United there. They've been struggling all season. They shouldn't be there really. They should be higher up. And Stevenage, our old club, in 16th. They're probably going to stay up. Even though Boothroyd jumped ship to West Brom, they probably will stay up. Peterborough, absolutely horrific season for them. Only 3 wins all season. Charlton are in the mud, and so are QPR. They look like all 3 of those are going to go down. There's a satisfactory lead for Swansea there. I don't think they'll get pulled into it. Oyan Sanset is the top scorer. Ida and Novoa have 21 each. Batshuayi has 20. Now we're going to get on with today's games. We finish the April schedule with an away game against Queen's Park Rangers. Then we're going to jump into the last month of the season, taking on Norwich at home, and then we finish with an absolute blockbuster against the league leaders Bournemouth. And we're at home, we're going to be hosting them at the Hawthorns. There's a little bit of a gap between the Norwich game and the Bournemouth one, so hopefully that should mean we can rest some players. Let's crack on and hopefully get some wins. Okay, so we're going to be taking on QPR at the Kyan Prince Foundation Trust Stadium, something like that. Now it does say Loftus Road, but the announcer actually does say Kyan Prince Foundation Trust Stadium. I think that's what its sponsorship is. The opening 2 or 3 minutes, O'Reilly's pass intercepted, and then a really shocking clearance. Carlan Grant plays it into the box. O'Reilly drops the shoulder to get beyond Clark Salter. He's right in front of goal on his right foot. How does he not at least put that on target? A professional footballer. I know he is left-footed, but he should be getting that at least on target. Forced the goalie to make a save. 18 minutes in, Forson's aerial through ball. Cross into Macaulay Bonne, a low shot, and you expect him to do better, but he kind of scuffs that along the ground, and maybe that's why QPR have been struggling, because he's not been scoring. I think he's got like 3 goals all season. And then on 28 minutes, the long kick headed on, and then Diangana is going to take it past Powell, and Diangana into the box, low shot, and out comes Schmidt to meet him and make a block save. A few moments later, Shodipo into Chair, and then Macaulay Bonne with a near post shot. That was certainly a lot better effort than his first attempt. He was actually looking for Elias Chair there, but it was a great save from Bailey Peacock Farrell. He is one of the top goalkeepers in the Championship this season. And then into stoppage time of the first half. Lovely little setup. O'Reilly spins back to Grant, and Grant goes for the curling shot towards the top corner. Carlan Grant having a great season. Look at that. Oh, close. We're going at the break. It's 0-0. We should be beating these because, like I said, they have been struggling, QPR, and we just have to put a little bit more pressure on them in this second half. And we win the ball back here. 5 minutes into the second half, Carlan Grant, he's going to pause. Maldonado down the left, check back and then go back again and show his acceleration, and then cut back inside, crosses it in. Jindo Fuchs is there, arriving in the box. We did actually change that up for the second half. He was sat as a balanced central mid, but I've asked him to go forward, and he did that here as Maldonado just chips that to the edge of the 6-yard box, and he attacks the ball brilliantly there. And then 5 minutes later, Furlong to Maldonado. Maldonado in behind the fullback again. This time he goes for a lofted cross and he lifts it high into the 6-yard box. It's Grady Diangana who leaps the highest. And within the space of 5 or 6 minutes, we have a 2-0 lead.
Played into just the right area, which makes it a fairly simple finish in the end. It's a really good goal.
Almost got injured there doing that. And then 68 minutes. Dazelle into Bon. Bon holds it up back to Marouane Azarkan. And he plays it into Chris Willock, who finds the top corner. And with about 21-22 minutes left, he's reduced the score to 2-1. And a good chance for QPR to get back in this. Just not tight enough to them, allowing them to pass in our own area. And then in comes Willock and finds the back of the net. And then 9 minutes, some high pressing here, a poor clearance by Schmidt, and then it's going to come down. Lopez goes for it, he misses it. Maldonado into Evans, Patrick Evans into Lopez. He takes one touch to steady himself and then curls it past Schmidt. The mistake is punished. Schmidt's pointing at the defender like it was your poor kick out that led to that. But wonderful anticipation and a clinical finish from Yaray Lopez. I have every confidence in this striker. There's just something about him that makes me think that he's always going to at least get it on target when he goes through on goal. 3-1 is the full-time score. A great start to today's episode as we move on to the second game. Alright, change of scenario, guys. If we win today against Norwich, regardless of Burnley's results, we are automatically promoted in second place at minimum. And the opening 5 minutes, throw in on this left side. Furlong's delicious ball whipped in, and then a great lead by Grady Diangana gets us off to a fantastic start. This guy towards the final running of the season has been superb for us. Easily him and probably Batshuayi star players. O'Reilly obviously has come up clutch for us. But look at that lead. A glancing header. Gunn can't get there and keep it out. And Diangana is goal 13, I think. Goal 13 for Grady Diangana in the league. Doing brilliantly, and he's also got double figures for assists as well. And then 2 minutes later, Gabriel Sora's aerial through pass goes over Mepham, and Josh Sargent just about does enough to toe poke that into the box. And Adam Ider, we knew what a danger man coming into this. He's got 20 plus goals. He races onto that pass. You'll see this here as Mepham comes across. I didn't want to sort of slide, obviously, and I didn't want to try and stand tackle in case he gave away a penalty. So I just tried to sort of knock the ball, and he just manages to toe poke that to Adam Ider, who finds the bottom corner. And then a few minutes later, Fuchs on 23 minutes wins the ball. O'Reilly rides the challenge, and then it's Karlan Grant down the left. Look at the space he's got here, acres of space, and then he's going to cut back this Batshuayi into Fuchs. And Fuchs squares it, and it's a goal by Diangana again. He scored a brace here against Norwich City, and we lead 2-1. It seems like Norwich are up for this. It seems like we're up for this. This is going to be an exciting game. They're expecting one of those 3-2s or 4-3s. Diangana in the right place, the right time. 36 minutes. Ballymumba gets past Townsend. He's going to pull this back. Sargent. It's blocked. Mepham dispossessed. And then the follow-up shot by Sargent saved. And then Rashika's shot, an acrobatic effort. And Bailey Peacock Farrell makes one save. And then he gets to the other one and tips it onto the crossbar. And he says to him, calm down. Calm down. Everyone calm down. So we go into the break. 2-1. And looking to just hold on to this lead. Maybe if we can just try and catch them on the counter-attack. And this is what we do here. Maldonado on the left-hand side. Get this back. Maldonado racing through. 55 minutes. Goes for the shot. Gunn tips it onto the post. I can't quite get my man over. And then we win the ball back. Fuchs to Diangana. Diangana takes it away from the defender. He's going to pull this back here into Grant. And Karlan Grant into O'Reilly. He squares it. And there's Fuchs to find the bottom corner. The pressure has finally told. and we are now 3-1 up. They can't cope with the movement from the midfielders, from O'Reilly and Fuchs, and we take a 3-1 lead. Look at Aidy Boothroyd. Fantastic teamwork. 78 minutes. Norwich piled forward, and then we can hit them on the break. Look at this interchange of passing. Salim Ahmed is going to take this past Sorensen. The space opens up, and look at this. A thumping drive by the Libyan. He thumps one into the bottom corner. We've seen him in a couple of episodes. You've seen him have shot after shot after shot. The box-to-box training plan seems to be working for this guy. He's got good strength, good potential, and that is a fantastic effort. Into the bottom corner. 4-1. And then 4 minutes to go. Mepham's pass deflected. Solis into Sarah. Back to Solis again. And it's a great save by Peacock Farrell to keep it 4-1. Probably should have been 4-2 there because he was all alone. And then into stoppage time. That is it. We are automatically promoted. We will be playing Premier League football in Season 5. Our 4-1 crushing win of the Canaries. And them themselves, I think, are actually going to be at least in the playoffs, judging by the form they're in going into this game. I think they will be in the playoffs along with Burnley. And the boys celebrate. It's been a fantastic season since Boothroyd came in. And we'll just enjoy this now and go into Game 3. Alright, so some injury news. Michy Batshuayi has suffered a knee injury. He's going to be missing for 4 weeks. So that pretty much rules him out for the final 3 games of the season. So moving forward, we'll probably put Karlan Grant up front and introduce one of the wingers in the wide positions. Right guys, so this is the scenario going into Game 3. The top of the table clash against Bournemouth. If we win, we delay them from winning the title today. And we just want to basically give them a bloody nose and tell them that we're at their level, you know, even though they're ahead of us just for now. And opening 2 minutes, Sunset plays in Wenderson Galeno, near post. Bailey Peacock Farrell getting across to make the stop. And then on 23 minutes, Yakushlu finds Karlan Grant, spins his man, and O'Reilly running in behind. Out comes Augustine Rossi, and O'Reilly not the cleanest of hits, but it's a low shot into the bottom corner, and that gives us a 1-0 lead. We've made a habit of being able to suck up that pressure and defend well, and that's evident by our goals against. And then just try and hit teams on the counter-attack. Boothroyd happy with that and gives us something to hold on to. 35 minutes in, Sunset trying to create something from the middle. He is their danger man. In comes Yindo Fuchs and says, no thank you. We don't want you passing balls in behind the defence. And he comes sliding in. Referee says, I'm not going to book you this time. He probably should have done, in all fairness, because he didn't try and play the ball. 45 minutes in, Morgan down this left side gets a favourable deflection. Wenderson Galeno goes near post, and Peacock Farrell with the save. I'm actually fortunate here. If you look at the replay, Sunset had pulled off away from Mepham. If he passes that there, if he squares it instead of shooting, Sunset probably would have equalised. We go in at the break after Peacock Farrell's save. We have a 1-0 lead and have a lot of defending to do in the second half if we hope to get anything from this game. And then on 57 minutes, Brooks passes it to Tavernier, runs onto it, puts his laces through it. But even though he put his laces through it, it was a bit of a weird shot, I think, because it kind of floated towards that post. You see a guy running onto a shot like that, you expect to generate more power than that. And then on 79 minutes, Sunset, they're going to get a couple of favourable deflections here. Kilkenny into Tavernier. Tavernier turns, takes the shot. Good save by the goalkeeper. Comes out to Brooks. Into Sunset. He goes to turn. In comes Mepham and says no way. And we get it clear. Some good defending there. And then forward with 85 minutes. They get another interception. Sunset goes to turn just inside the box. And look who's there again. Chris Mepham just mopping that up and saying, no you don't. Into stoppage time, 90th minute. And this is probably the last attack of the game. You see Sorrentino backing up, allowing them space, just waiting for the right moment. He slides in, he actually intercepts it, but it deflects, goes into the box. Mepham tries to clear it, and then Jayden Anthony's cross, headed away by Mepham only as far as Lewis Cook, sets up Sunset on the volley, and that is 1-1. 91 and a half minutes. Not enough time really for us to get a goal back. Really disappointing, especially as well, Mepham doesn't deserve that. He played so well. But that's what happens when you give a top striker just a little bit of space and half an opportunity. He does that. 31 goals in the Championship this season for Iron Sunset. And Bournemouth with that goal, you can see Boothroyd's frustrated. With that goal, Bournemouth surely secure the title. We had to beat them to stop them from winning the title today, but a draw is enough for them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, thanks for watching today. If you're enjoying this series, please consider watching more content by clicking on the playlist available at the end of this video. Also, why not consider subscribing to help support me on the channel, enable those notifications and you won't miss any up and coming episodes. I will see you guys back on Wednesday with episode 98. We have the final 2 matches of the season taking on Hull City and Stoke City. Thank you so much for your continued support. This is our lad for Set Play Gaming.